Minecraft. You might have heard of this one. It's a pretty good one. And I'm specifically going to be playing in my very own particular brand of this game, which is the nomadic style. This means that I am not going to be committing to any long-term base, but instead that I want to take down as many structures as possible during my 100-day span. This is going to be a lot of fun, hopefully at the very least. And yeah, as a result of that, let's start going with the very first structure that we actually found at the end of yesterday's, and it's this thing right over here. Do you recognize it? It's a ruined portal, and as a result, I should come out of this with hopefully a flint and steel. I've been eating a lot of bread. Perfect, actually. I've been eating a lot of bread recently, which is, you know, like, it's a perfectly fine source of food, but at a certain point in life, you want to make the upgrade, and being able to make that upgrade and also getting a lovely gold axe is something I love to see. So, hello everyone. Today is going to be a slightly shorter stream, partially because I want to beat this day 2 curse, chat. Every time I've started streaming a challenge and I made it to stream 2 in hardcore, it's murdered me. Something about the loss of focus, who's to say for sure. But today, I don't want that to happen, and instead, I'm going to an ancient city, and I won't die regardless. How do I find the ancient city? Sadly, that's a good question. Right now, my strategy more or less consists of, like, ambling around the world, and hopefully, that's one that leads to success, or at the very least, a jungle temple, you know, an ender, a stronghold, or something like that. I would love to find a good Minecraft structure, and hopefully the game leads me towards one. I am going to assume that I don't find an ancient city too soon, and I can just take all of this coal for myself, and then I'm also going to need to get some wood to turn into sticks to go with it. So let's use my brand new gold axe and show you the power of this thing. Gold axe, gold tools of any form are just always the best. Pro tip, if you ever need to know, and it's incredible when you can just turn so much into, or so little into so much. Then we'll make some acacia blocks just so we have some building blocks on us, because we have the deep slate but not much else. And let's beat day 2. Can we do it? We'll find out. And yeah, then we'll have some serious grounds to start moving forwards from with this. So yeah, should we light this cow on fire too? I think we should. I think we're already putting our flint and steel to great use, but we do also need to work out very early on today what our plan is to do with nighttime, because if we sleep at the nighttime, we just lose an entire 10 minutes, which isn't that good when we need to get every single trim. We need to work out a plan for a lot of things, and I guess we'll see how it all goes. Also, fun fact, only 23 individuals are required to reach a 50% probability of a shared birthday. That's called the pigeonhole paradox, the pigeonhole effect. It's really, really unintuitive to humans, and I love it as a result. You know, there's something about unintuitive things that I just kind of love. You know, like, I don't need to remember, like, oh, did you know that if you live in a city, you earn slightly more than someone who doesn't? Like, okay, that's not counterintuitive. That's the reason cities exist, right? Or did you know, like, if you take medicine, you're more likely to live longer than someone who doesn't? Okay, not that surprising either. Man, that bug has come back, chat. Oh, and it's come back with a vengeance, it seems. So, I'm giving you about the title because you never build a house during these streams. Maybe I don't have brain cells today. Yeah, I kind of am playing around with titles and thumbnails more, chat. A part of me it's something I've realized, it's always true, but it's something that is particularly recently an important part of success is realizing, like, what I think is, like, the best thumbnail or title idea does not fit in 2024, right? Like, the Minecraft world has changed, and so I feel like every now and then it's worth testing, like, a different title or a different thumbnail. And if loads of people are like, oh yeah, that's really cool when you say it like that, it's a thing. Also, it's not actually a paradox, it's a unintuitive fact. Yeah, paradox is definitely not correct. I agree, Bearded Man. It just has alliteration. Alliteration can convince people of a lot of incorrect things. I have a shared birthday of my closest friend. Yeah, Perrier was saying in chat that he had his anniversary on the same day as his birthday. Crazy coincidence, right? I think there is an interesting thing about that, right? Like, some things that feel like coincidences are actually planned. Like, you know, the truth is, you know, he made the genius... Also, a jungle temple! Hey! He made the genius move of thinking, you know what? I can't ever forget my anniversary if it's my birthday. Also, hi Toy Cat, Daniel Neprikan. Fair, it makes sense. I'll bring some new toy wives to the channel. Yeah, I've been seeing some interesting results from it so far. Like, again, I really can't stress enough how badly the hardcore video started. I think it was like one of the worst feelings I've had in a week. And then I was like, okay, let's literally start this again from scratch, title-wise. And everyone's like, the new title, everyone's like, oh, yeah. Is that how you do it? I did something. I activated some pistons. Then we mine in and we see, hey, chat. Good news, everyone. Trims obtained. It's officially won. It's very rare that you get this one first. This is like one of the... You can struggle for this one for a while, but not me. I can't struggle for a while because I've already got it. 31 rotten flesh is too many, but I'll be able to trade it later, I guess. Bamboo I definitely don't need, and we'll go looking to see just in case there is another one. Like, we could get more trims, right? Nah, we didn't, but we got some iron, we got some gold. We got some more rotten flesh, which is great, and we got piercing, which is just, you know, I'm not going to be using that. Hey, we did it! We got it done. My ex-wife and cousin were born the exact same day. You put cousin in air quotes. I'm a little worried about your ex-wife, but it's okay. You know, sometimes you got to keep that stuff in the family, right? I think I do think sometimes. Okay. I do think sometimes people do get a bit too like, you know, like regionalistically proud to the point where they're like, yeah, our bloodlines are better here. And, you know, let's prove it by exclusively keeping within them. And it's something that, like, hurts a lot of communities. Maybe yours is one of them. Who's to say? Or maybe, you know, you could say objectively, like, who... You know, it's kind of cool how, when you have a family bond, it's like, oh, yeah, that's a person who, like, even if you don't speak to for a few years, like, they're gonna... You've got all those, like, super close memories, right? You spend a lot of time together. Maybe as a result, you know, logically speaking, you know, maybe it's people who marry their cousins who are the smart ones. Like, sometimes it leads to birth defects, but that's like a your children problem. I did have a friend, a friend of a friend, I should say. One of my girlfriend's, like, closest friends was always, like, bragging about how her parents were cousins. She's like, yeah, I mean, isn't that great? Like, you guys, or maybe, no, I think it must have been cousins. It wouldn't be siblings. She's like, yeah, you guys have to deal with, like, 2 separate families. I get to deal, you know, I get, like, one really close connection to one family. And I think it's kind of cool that you can take anything and turn it into a positive with good marketing, right? You can take anything and turn it into a negative with bad marketing, I guess. Also, I did this all by myself. Definitely not luck. Thank you for the manifestation, Dasher. So now I want to find a big collection of mountain biomes together. If we find a shipwreck on the way, that'd be chill. If we find a pillager outpost, is that one right there, or is that just a jungle tree? I think I saw it. No, it's a tree. I'm going to be ready to sleep at any time by keeping that out. And I'm also going to go ahead and do the tricky thing and start dumping some stuff. Like, mossy cobblestone is nice. Sticky piston is nice. But do I need them? Not in the slightest. The rotten flesh is useful to have. It is going to trade us into some emeralds, which might be used to trade for some stuff, you know. Also, you can build a tower or tent. Exactly. I can build anything I want to. No one can tell me what I can and cannot do. In my long-time survival, the only trim I don't have is that one from the end city. I visited maybe 25, and I don't know how many more even exist. Oh, you got really unlucky on that one, huh? Honestly, now that you mention it, though, I can't remember the last time I got that trim. Like, I've got it in my survival world, my Let's Play. And I guess I just haven't tried that hard in other ones, but I don't have it. It's an interesting point I didn't even think about. I just joined in. This is what you're talking about, says Cameron Williams. Yeah, you're right. We're too close to the start of the stream. So let's say hello, everyone. How's it going? How's your day been? My day's been... Honestly, it's objectively pretty good. I've had a day... I think the hardest thing to ever convince yourself of is, like, did I do good? Or did I not? I objectively did pretty good today. But I'm really, like, second-guessing myself. Oh, my God. He has a flame bow. That's something I have to take myself, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna eat. Oh, yeah, we got it. We know we're gonna die. No! Okay, so we're gonna get him lit on fire. Hilarious that it works that way. Oh, chat! That might be it. That might be over. Okay, it's over. Day 2 cast. Strikes again. I'm gonna sleep just immediately. Just immediately, chat. No time for anything else. Just right into bed. That is a sign that we gotta chill. Let's just chill. Sometimes that's all you want to do. 31 kills on PUBG Mobile, says Top G Logan. Congratulations! I am learning that is a thing. just now, and I'm excited for you about it. So I need to grab a block. My brain is just not working, though. Maybe that's what it is. Someone's been... So I got a few comments on my last stream being like, Toycat, I'm really disappointed in your mind. Like, you died to something really stupid, and that actually disappointed me and upset me. And I thought, first of all, like, wow, that's interesting. Never heard someone say that before. But then I also thought, like, yeah, I guess, like, the reason I die when I do stream too is because I come into it, like, kind of, I don't know, like, it's a new world, like, a little rusty, and you can't come into this rusty. You just, that's not how it's gonna work. So I'm gonna make myself an iron nugget. Like, right now, finding the recipe for this is taking me a while. Whereas if I've been playing for a while, I don't have to struggle, I can just do it. Which leads to death. Which is bad, I will say. I am anti-death, personally. I'm not a big believer. Break the day 2 curse already, says Perrier. I know, I was so sure I was dead there. The fact that I'm alive is partially down to luck. If another mob had hit me, like if it was just a zombie with a shovel, like the fact that I got that close is bad. Also, Jira says, don't die. Thank you, Jira. Okay, you know what? I got you. I won't be dying. Also, you broke the curse. I've only broke the curse if I make it all the way through this stream chat. It's a very common thing that I die in the first 10 minutes, but I have to make it all the way through the stream. And Jira is excited for me to do precisely that. Thank you, Mr. Jira. I hope you're doing great. Okay, so now we'll light this one on fire. Hello there, buddy. Yeah, hello, after hours watching some of your videos, I finally made it to one of your streams, says Drake Penzo. Is that a sign that the title is working? Or is that a sign that you would have made it here anyway, and it's all down to chance? No, I think one of the roughest things right now is, like, I try to, like, set myself, like, a set of stuff to do in a day. And, like, I feel like I finished it, and I did it pretty well, too. Like, I'd established something I could have done in, like, 30 minutes, and I was like, no, I'm going to spend extra time on this to make sure it's good. And I spent loads of extra time on it. And I'm like, is it as good as it could have been, though? After, like, spending, like, 3 times as long as I wanted to. And I think, like, yeah. But then I watch it back and I'm like, oh, you know what? My new lighting angle, I feel like makes my, like, my face look particular. I know, like, I'm getting a haircut soon. Should I have waited to record this video till after I got a haircut? You know, like, I feel like my hair's in the most, like, unruly state it's been for a while. And it's, like, not even been that long. I know, I guess I turned, like, a productive day into, like, a big negativity cycle on myself. Which is a big problem. Also, easy, end the stream now and start another. Jonathan Dad, I think you've got the move right there. But yeah, that's, I think it is the easiest way to help me through it. So today I've got, it's like my last week of the exercise class I signed up for. So it's my last day doing circuits, probably, like, if not, like, for a while, like, till, like, February, because I do my traveling in January. So probably till March, too. But anyway, the point is, I believe in you. Sorry for the lateness, but yes, please don't die. It's good news, Hannah. I didn't die while you were gone. I very almost could have, but I didn't. And that's what matters, right? That's what I'll tell myself matters. I had to go 22,000 blocks away from my spawn to get sand in deserts. Oh, yeah, man. Sand is a pain. We need to solve the sand problem. I don't know if there is a real... I'm surprised. I guess it's one of those few resources that is non-renewable. And it's like, Mojang is deliberately keeping it that way. Are you going to cut your hair to have it be like Captain Pike on Star Trek, man? Dan Marsh, I feel like I get every 4th reference you make. And I do not know Captain Pike. I'll look him up, though. I bet I could find him. Captain Pike. Oh, yeah, you know, I'll be... That wasn't an insult. Okay. I just assumed it was. I was like, you know what, so Cat, you look like... I feel like you look like a real Captain Pikey is not something you would say to someone affectionately in this country. All I want for Christmas is for IBX Toy Cat to survive a live stream. I tell you what, Quinn Hawks, this is how we set up the incentive system in that favor. If I survive to the end of the stream, tip me a quid. Send a quid my way. You know, like that'll buy me a you know, like a battered sausage at the Chippy. And I'll be mentally imagining the joys of a battered sausage if I make it through the live stream. See, we can do this together. It's a 2-part process. I believe in us. Also, your advice actually helped me do some actually good exercise yesterday. What advice did I give you to do exercise yesterday, Irish lad? I'm glad that I gave it, but I have no recollection of what it is. I think something about, like, being a streamer, like, I talk for hours in a row. I've started to get really bad recollections of things that I've said sometimes, chat. I think that's probably why being a full-time streamer is, like... Also, look at that. This is so fun, chat. There's just a single block with a single flower on over there. I didn't place that there. That generated naturally. That's beautiful. Love it. But yeah, I Husker drop 1 to 2 sand, then you can make TNT farms and builds infinitely. I think, I don't know, I roll my eyes whenever the solution to something becomes like, let's make a farm. I think like they could just make sand generate deeper in deserts or something. Like I like any solution, any part of the game that's like, what if we encourage exploration? Because it's so farm heavy, and it leads to people like making the farms and then getting bored and then going off and doing something else. So there's a big mountain over there, but it's not that big. There's a small mountain over there. Honestly, I think where I spawned was probably the best like collection of stuff. Because right now, there's not a lot for a while. I will see if I can go to the Nether over here, just to give it another check. Again, I might get a good trim from there. But I think I want to get my brain and my Minecraft skills up to speed again before we do it. Also, I'm going to leave so viewers stay at 169, says Z. I've got 169 viewers. That's fun. Something like 1/8 of dead desert biome should be red deserts. All the sand replaced by red sand variants. And also variants of desert well and desert temple. I think adding red desert temples to mesa biomes is like the easiest change Minecraft could make to, you know, like expand on the content in the world. It's interesting that they haven't. I mean, I guess, again, right now... Also, wait, look at that. What am I seeing down there, chat? Am I seeing... In my brain, I'm seeing an ancient city. I have no idea why I'm seeing it that way, but it's all I can see. So I'm going to get my hay bales out as a backup in case something knocks me down. So there's not even any deep dark that I'm seeing. I'm just... I mean, should I go down? It is a hill. If there's no sign of even deep dark, no sign of an ancient city. It's a cool cave, chat, but I think it's just a cool cave. Yeah, I mean, don't you want to go down there so bad, chat? How can you not? How can you not be so tempted right now? My playstyle, I much prefer renewable resources and materials. I'm very much rooted in one place. I kind of get I like the idea of like you go out somewhere though and you bring it home, right? Like obviously what I'm doing right now is kind of more adventure. Like I'm removing even the concept that I should move place. Okay, let's kill you. I'm sticking in the one place. Also, no reason to go there then. I think we should avoid it. Hardcore Nomad challenge. All trims part 2. I don't know. That's as good as I'm getting. I think one of the things I need to like. Also, still a nice view. Yeah, it's a nice. Exactly. That's a good way to see it, Irish lad. Anyway, Irish lad, what did I say to you? What was my advice that helped you? I'd love to know I want to remember it. Also, I see an ancient city, silence trims, certain death. I mean, I need to go towards the certain death at some point, right? So if I go to the... Like, again, dying on day 11 to certain death is much better than dying on day 91. It's not even close, right? Also, I wanted to see Toycat soft landing on a haystack or not. Am I on time? Says Phoebe Mitchell. Good news, you're perfectly on time. AKA the bundle run. I like the bundle run as a name for this. Yeah, Ooh, iron. I think, something that I'm, like, also aware of is, like, my brain is, like, very slightly slowed down over time. People always say this, like, oh yeah, you have your best reflexes when you're, like, really early 20s. And I always thought to myself, like, that's dumb. I'm going to be the same person. And I think there is, like, a very slight, like, development in certain places and de-development in other places. You know, development is, like, starts with DE. Is de-development a thing, or is development, like, an undevelopment? Anyway, we're going to grab this gold pickaxe, because it seems, like, having fortune is going to be useful, probably. Gonna grab this, and then all of the nuggets. Drop 2 in there. There's 6 golden carrots here, which I'd feel rude not using. And, 7 golden carrots in here. And an extra piece of obsidian. So all we have to do here... In fact, we don't even have to do that. We're just gonna make a brand new portal from scratch. I think it'll save me some pain if I do that. So we'll just build a big thing over here to make sure the water doesn't flow the wrong way. And then we'll... Is that enough blocks? It's probably enough blocks, but we'll build a 3rd one there anyway. So now we'll put some lava, like, right where this is. No, we'll just put it, like, there. And then we'll just put water literally on top of it. And now we'll build a portal from scratch, chat. Just like this, and it'll flow, and it probably won't flow all the way around to the to the lava. Meaning we'll be in a great situation. I almost may... I'm still looking for a diamond pickaxe, chat. That'd be on my do list, for sure. We're going to have to mine that just to prevent pain. And here we go. Let's go to the Nether again. And maybe whittle away our days there. So I think we can just build up here. It feels like we should be able to. Let's do it. Yeah, did I just build a portal correctly? I think we did. Perfect. Wonderful. So given that it's nighttime anyway, spending it in the Nether isn't going to hurt me. The worst it can do is help me less than otherwise I would be. These gold blocks went nowhere, which would be bad, but I'll just drop this so I can turn these into those. And there we go. 35 bits of gold is really handy for trading or for anything else. Let's go to the Nether. Oh, I've got to turn down my render distance. Get the gold blocks. Always get the gold blocks. That's my pro tip. So render distance has to go down to like 16 if we're going to survive the Nether. And let's go. I found enormous Mushroom Island yesterday. Only a day's boat journey from spawn. Set up a base there as it only has 1 spawner and mineshaft. Oh, that's so cool, Jeff Watson. Watkins. You're not... You could be Watson. Watkins sounds like it comes from... No, I'm not going to defend myself. I'm going to say, my bad. Watkins. Thank you, Jeff, for sharing. I love a big win in Minecraft survival. I'm glad that you got one here. So, yeah, if we wanted to go all the way back across our world and find ancient cities where we were, we could probably do that pretty easily. And I'm not going to probably, but I am going to look around the Nether, see if there's anything near this, and maybe trying to take advantage of that. I should put on some gold armor if I am going to spend a lot of time here, but I'm betting we find a bastion or something nearby. Even if we don't, if we find some piglins to trade with, that could be useful by itself. So, what form of entertainment has video games replaced from pastimes? I think a lot of people would be otherwise staring at a blank wall. I think the actual replacement is probably TV. There was a time... Ow, man. There was a time, really quite recently, where it was like, yeah, the thing you do when you get home is you sit down and you watch TV. Right? Like, that is the thing. Everyone does it, and so TV has a certain level of captivation. And even though everyone watches YouTube now, it's not that they've replaced TV with YouTube so much. Or rather, it is replaced TV with YouTube, but they'd already been replacing TV with other hobbies for a while. With one of the biggest ones being... Oh, okay, so there's no sign of anything here. It looks like we could go through there, though, and it might lead me somewhere. We'll go find out. Also, I defeated my first wither yesterday. Congrats, Jared Hull. I'm glad we got so many winners in here. Everyone had to have a sad... Oh, God. Anyone got a negative story? What's gone wrong in your life recently, chat? I mean, getting some ender pearls would be good, right? No. Oh, I could have probably got it done. Oh, I tried to time that. Oh, chat. He's going to walk behind me again or something. I can't... What do I do about this right now? I just got to wait till... Ah! Just got to stand here. Rely on the bug continuing to work. Check my shield. It's doing fine. Oh, no. Bad time. Really, really bad time, guys. Not the correct time for this. Not the correct time. I don't know how to clarify this, but you should not be doing what you were doing. I do not like this. Okay, so this is why you wear gold when you're in the Nether. Okay, so now we can just simply drop some of that. That'll do something. And now we'll get over here. Okay, we're safe. Just gonna eat one of these. It's crazy how quickly you can get, like, near-death scenarios. So I'm just gonna, so because it's Bedrock healing, I'm gonna, you know, like sign in my mail order form for some more health. I'm gonna make sure I get it stamped by all the regulatory agencies. I'm gonna send off my request to the Mojang offices. Now I have to wait the 3 to 4 business hours while they, you know, they get a response in. They've got to make sure they get their stamps on it. They're going to make sure those stamps have been double checked by the health department. The health department's going to make sure, does he really need those hearts? And then in the time that it arrives back to me, I'm going to have something approaching full health. This is how long it takes, chat. This is how long it takes. Go behind the zombified piglin. Oh, that'd been smart, yeah. Okay, so now we'll just eat another one. We'll just come right out of there. Wow, that was crazy. Oh, it was the arrow from that hit me. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just make a gold helmet then. I think it would do a lot of good for me. And not doing it would do a lot of bad for me. So drop that on the ground. Oh, okay. You see where the good would come from? I'm going to stand behind this piglin, this zombie piglin, just in case. Okay, no, just come do your thing, buddy. Just do you. There we go. I feel no guilt about that. Okay, so now we got a gold helmet. I think I could actually kill some Endermen. I bet it would be useful. I bet the net benefit would be more than the cost. I think we should just do it. So we'll build that around there, and then just go for this. I know I just almost died to an Enderman, but they're not that bad, really. You know, they're pretty decent guys. They mean well. They don't mean terrible things, you know. They've got good intentions. So we'll fight a second one. I should find a better place before doing it, but I just want to make sure we get like some ender pearls on us, because it's like a handy thing to have in general, right? Like, no one's ever bummed that they have ender pearls. So drop that, and we got some. So that's an ender pearl. I think a couple would be nice because that allow me to like make a, you know, like an IF ender or two. If we just find a fortress, we'll be in a real good place to like go find the stronghold, which would be great. It'd be really great if you ask me. So that's 2 ender pearls. That's enough to find most strongholds, if we get lucky enough at least. So yeah, there are 2 more endermen here, but I'm busy with other things, namely not dying. I think we should just actually go up this way. I am going to have to also craft some gold nuggets. Seems reckless to do so, but don't worry, I got a plan. So gold nuggets, where are you? I've got so many things I can craft now, it's a pain. Drop these on the ground, and then put the paper somewhere, maybe? Or the cobblestone. Yeah, I've got so much stuff, chat. Like andesite, I'll just whip out the andesite and start using this. Oh, there's an iron helmet I put on the ground. So it has 2 bundles and still has an entire full inventory. Yeah, it's an unsolvable problem. You think you can solve the inventory problem, but you know, you think incorrectly. Let me tell you, you don't realize how incorrectly you're thinking till you come across one like this. You're like, okay, so pork chops in there, I guess. And then like, you know, it's just really hard. Put the iron helmet on the ground. Might be useful somewhere else to keep that, but I'll hope I get diamonds before then. So we'll run up this way in case this leads me to a structure or 2. And we'll see where it takes us. It's sad that Xbox 360 shut down all of their Xbox Live servers, so no one can play on the Xbox 360 Minecraft anymore. It's that you can't buy anything, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Like, games can keep up their own servers, but the Xbox servers are down now. I don't know how long 4J servers need to be up, or if it's all, like, peer-hosted, or... Like, I know it is some amount peer-hosted, like, by the host of the game. Anyway, ooh, we got quite a few endermen over here. Should we just kill them, get it done? Like, nice and early on? No one ever regrets having more ender pearls, right? Unless you die. Yeah, if you die, you regret having ender pearls. And given this is hardcore, I feel like death seems surprisingly likely. I finally gave in and got YouTube Premium because the ads were so annoying. It says bird for life. I am worried that that is actually YouTube's plan with making more ads. It's like, we're winning on you no matter what decision you make. Usually, like, companies, like, put a choice to consumers, like, oh, here's our new product. And you buy it if it's good, and you don't buy it if it's bad. But YouTube Premium is a place where they're like, oh yeah, the competitor product to YouTube Premium is not YouTube Premium. I think it's totally worth it. Like, at basically any price point. I think it's crazy, though, that they want Netflix pricing. But I also kind of get it, right? Like, the number of things on Netflix is like 1,000, and there's a lot of worse things on Netflix than on YouTube, for sure. But also, there is something about, you know, how YouTube feels free. Like, the original point all those years ago was free content. And even though now, like, there's a lot of channels where the budget's at tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands to produce, it still doesn't make it feel right. I don't like doing this, chat. I don't like doing this at all. I should maybe stop. Yeah, if I don't have a hay bale on me, I should get a hay bale out real quick. Probably more useful than a lava bucket. Let's just go back across. Hope that magma cube doesn't reach here in time. And should we take the fair and logical conclusion at this point, which is we're not finding a structure, or if we are, it's not going to be near a portal, which is okay, I guess. No, I feel like, oh god, chat, oh lord, remember they can hit you twice per second, so the damage they do is so much scarier when they do it. I feel so much better watching ads if creators were compensated better. I mean, like, if you think about how much an ad is worth, like a play of an ad, right? All that someone is buying is your time. And what do you value 30 seconds of your time at? Or realistically, I think you skip an ad usually, like after 5 seconds. But even if you, let's just say it's 15 seconds. What do you value 15 seconds of your time at? And then think about someone else has to buy that time and then also make a profit. And also a lot of people are, like, I don't know. I feel like the going rate for YouTube ads is pretty high in some, oh wow. You ever got a double gas kill, chat? I don't think I have before. Yeah, I think we're just going to go back to our portal. I think this was nice to check. But the cool thing about our Nether is we never have to be too far away from a portal. And so when we are, screw it, you know? So, yeah, I curious how YouTube creators get paid when someone with an ad-free premium subscription, like myself watches, has said 6. We get paid a percentage of your premium subscription. It works out slightly better than ads. I think animators are the only people who are like neutral on it. Everyone else makes slightly more if you have YouTube Premium than if you don't. So, you know, technically speaking, when I'm like, oh, YouTube Premium's so great, I am serving my own interests. Like, I'm not saying it to serve my own interests. But, you know, if you want a conflict of interest disclosure, it's a very fair thing to say. Magma cubes or phantoms. Honestly, at least magma cubes are in a place. That's the thing I can say about them. They're designed to make a place harder, so that's kind of nice, I guess. Your shield's almost dead, by the way. Yeah, you're right. Should replace that soon, huh? Hello, Ghast. Just gonna keep ignoring you. If you ignore them, it goes away, chat. Works for bullies, and Ghasts are definitely a terrible type of bully. So I'm gonna practice a few hay bale jumps. Make sure that when the time comes, I'm gonna be great. Oh yeah, so the point about ads is like, really the fact that we get paid almost a penny per ad if you live in the US, it's pretty good, you know, like, it obviously sucks in comparison to all the other ways you can monetize. That's why YouTubers do ad reads in their videos, is because, you know, like, people are willing to pay a lot more to have the creator read it out, where it's less likely to be skipped, etc. You might get paid, say, you know, 10 cents. What would that, 10 cents? That'd be like $100 CPM. That's a bit high. You might get paid like 5 cents per viewer if it's in the middle of a video. Whereas, hello, that. Would you like to turn into some food for me? Ghasts are like tax returns. I don't want to flex my adultness on everyone, but I get so many emails from the government around like between now and January. Because when you finish a tax, so a tax year in the UK runs April to April, and then you have 9 months, I think it is, to submit a tax return. And I get so many emails from the government being like, seriously, if you need help, just reach out. We know it's hard, but we're here to help. And they're like, you know, loads of you haven't filed your things yet. And I'm like, I file it like the first day I can, so I don't have to think about it. all of this, like, I don't know. You know, when you owe someone money, part of the bad thing is, like, you know, thinking of... part of the bad thing is the fact that you're going to not have money soon, right? That's the biggest downside of owing someone money. The second biggest one is having to think about it all the time, I imagine. It's why a lot of people, when they have, like, money issues, they, like, sink their head in the sand and go, nope, no, I don't. I have money issues if I say I don't. And it's like, well, I mean, that's a really compelling argument. Let's see how that one holds up in county court. But, yeah, I'm just going to jump over this. It's easier than going around. So this was great. I might actually kill you. I think I should kill him. Yeah, I think chat... Oh, he's gone down a bit. Let's just hang out over here. Let's kill the... Let's kill a few of them, maybe. I'll build a block over there, and then over here. So that way, the fastest way for them to get to me is over directly. There's a lot of Endermen here, and I think leaving the Nether with some more Ender Pearls, I just feel happier that way. And then I'll re-up my shield if it gets broken. Ouch. Okay, that's useful to see. We'll do something about that, clearly. Okay, perfect. So we got a little spot here where for some reason... There we go. I'm going to crouch just in case. My attitude taxes wait till the last minute for a 0 interest loan. Oh yeah, paying taxes and filling a tax return are different things. It's crazy. What happened one year is like you pay, at least in the UK, they make you pay your taxes for the year, and then you have to pay midway through you have to pay your expected taxes for half of next year as well. Just to make sure you stay ahead, so when you get behind, you just get the right amount behind or whatever. I know what it is. But anyway, so like one year I went from earning like pretty decently to like earning like a third as much. And the way the amount it hurt to, you know, it amounts to a much higher tax rate temporarily because you're paying as if you earned as much you did the previous year. So in that year I was actually like incentivized to fill out the tax return early, to be like, look, this is how much I actually made. Please stop taxing me as if I earned 3 times as much. But yeah, no, oh, God, chat. Anyway, back in the overworld now. Probably daytime out here. Looks like it is. Great. Let's go find some mountains. I am going to do precisely that right now. Oh, no. Whoa. Okay. So the Enderman came through the portal with me, and he's still mad at me. I don't know how that... So many Endermen have gone through the portal, chat. Did you know that was a thing that can happen? Okay, so we're going to attack them, and then he's going to die to water, it looks like. That works, I guess. And then we'll attack this guy. I think I turned up my render distance too much, chat. I turned it up too high. Okay, we're fine now. I think the Enderman's gone. Well, that was good use of golden carrots. Oh, and a nice little adventure there. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a shame that we did so much Enderman killing and got 2 Ender Pearls. But that's how that goes. I've also tried to get some trims in my current hardcore world. But yeah, the correct thing to do with taxes is to wait for as long as you can for a 0 interest loan, like you say. I sometimes treat it the other way where I'm like, okay, if you keep this around in a bank account, because, you know, you probably shouldn't be investing your tax return money. You know, like, when interest rates were like 0.1, I was like, paying this off early is just peace of mind. The craziest bit is because you pay tax on interest, at least here. If you do put it in a bank account and earn interest, it's actually not tax-free loan. It's a very much taxed loan. But it's still a better return than not doing it, I guess. Also, what? No more tax time with Toy Cat? You're right. Worst topic, right? Worst topic. Minecraft is great to train your 3D spatial awareness. Yeah, I think for a lot of people it is where they really learn how to deal with 3 dimensions. I think, like, you don't realize how bad some people are at picturing 3D. Like, some people treat 3D games like they're 2D still. And it's amazing. Like, for some people it's hard to work out, like, why does one stick do this and one stick does that? How am I ever going to work out how to go somewhere? Whereas, I feel like a lot of people, especially if you grew up playing video games, you really instinctively work out, like, will I move this way to change my direction? And now you move this way to move within that direction. And if you get really good, you can do both at the same time to avoid bad things. Anyway, Yeah, my goal today, honestly, chat, I've been slightly less than enthused of this world because I feel like it's just so big and hasn't led me into anything huge and exciting yet. I'm hoping that changes today. After 5 days of looking for an ancient city, I got my jungle temple, so that's nice. But I hope I get more than just a jungle temple, you know? I'm hoping it leads to better, more useful places. But yeah, Imperia, you said you went out for a two Michelin star place for your birthday. Very cool. I'm kind of like a... I used to be such a big... Again, you can tell from my personality why. But I used to just be so against the concept of, like, Michelin star stuff. Like, oh, some man from the tire company comes round and tells you your restaurant is objectively good or bad. Like, what a dumb way to measure things. But as I... You know, like, as I, like, get further and further into food, you realize at some point that all food is super subjective anyway. And so, I'm gonna shut my window. You realize all food is super subjective, and so you can take a super subjective, like, you know, Google review or something, which more or less indicates, do people like it when they go here? Are they having positive experiences or negative ones? Which is a useful guide, right? But if you want to get, like, down to something else, you almost need someone to use some objective guide. Because then, as long as following the guide helps with the food process, it's a better signal than nothing, right? Like, there might be some noise mixed in with the signal, but the signal can still be very useful and very clear. So I was so close to a pale garden earlier, so I'd feel silly looking around too far for one here. But I'm hoping we maybe find a woodland mansion over the crest of this hill, if we get lucky. Or something that's just not endless forest. Like, I don't want to be in an endless forest, you know? It's the last thing I want. Please don't make me do it. Also very cool and expensive too. It tasted amazing food I've never tasted elsewhere. Yeah, to me, that's what I think I value in the high-end experience. Not that I do it too often, but when I do get to experience fancy food, to me, the real cool thing is, like, someone is coming... Like, when you order at a normal restaurant, you're, like, telling someone, like, here is the food I would like, please deliver it to me. When you go somewhere more expensive, you lose that choice. It's just, here are the things. Maybe for some courses you can select between 2 or 3 things. But usually the point is meant to be, you make something that is crazy and innovative in some way, and then I will eat it because I trust your judgment. I'm going to put on breaking my axe rather than Bane of Arthropods. I think that's a switch worth making. And then also I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, actually, I see how this could go wrong. I'm just going to mine this. Nice and easy peasy. That's 10 bits of gold. That's weird, actually. It knew I could make 10, but I couldn't actually.
The woodland mansion finds you smile.
Hey, thank you, XG. How are you doing, man? I assume you are the same XG from that one online internet app that no one knows the name of. It is true that sometimes Woodland Mansion finds you. Also, Google reviews have really helped with the tourist trap restaurant problem. Hopefully, it raises the bar across the world. I do think there's a problem with that. It solves it. It solves the bad tourist trap. But something that really puts me off is, like, so many places now, basically tourist traps, but, like, not quite tourist traps. It's been every time I've gone on some sort of, like, tour or something like that, every place now bombards you with a funny joke and then, haha, review us 5 stars. If you liked us, you know, like, my boss gives me a bonus if you do. And so, getting 5 stars in a place means more or less how much did you guilt the customers. Again, like, people are really good at taking any signal and turning it into messy, but it's still better to have 5 stars than 1 star. Like, it's rarer to have a good 1-star restaurant than a bad 5-star. And so it's therefore more likely that a 5-star place is good than bad, but also that's still, I don't know, it's not the highest praise I can have in the world. I am the same XG. Hey, that's awesome, man. I hope the Woodland Mansion finds me. It is often how it works. The alternative is a very lengthy map process that I might have to go through soon. But again, a part of me's like, why do the Woodland Mansion come first when you already get bones from the ancient city, which will help me get there regardless? But yeah, it's fun to see you in a stream. I feel like whenever I see someone in the stream environment, it's like, oh, that's someone, like, chill. It's them. if they can, you know, if they'll enjoy hanging out in one of these parasocial conversations for a little bit, it's nice to know, you know. I get this real, like, I don't this isn't good to describe, I guess, because I'm sharing one of my biggest insecurities of the internet, but I get a real, like, paranoia about, like, oh, is this person following me because they, you know, like, what they really do is they secretly hate everything I do and they're watching for the big slip up they can find. I don't know, I think there's a whole world of hate for basically, like, you know, that at a certain point in a YouTuber's, like, life cycle, subscribers become more, you know, there becomes a certain section of subscribers who are like, yeah, too cool to like that guy. And a certain section of people who are like, oh yeah, I never liked that guy, I just want to find out the reason why he messes up when he eventually does. I always get a little worried about that last bit. Maybe too worried. Because it's also sometimes middle of the way places taste the best. Yeah, the actual best food, in my experience, comes from a place that puts... Like, the way I see it, if you're going really, really, really simplified, right? If you are a food place, restaurant, fast food, kebab stand, whatever else, you have lots of things you can choose to spend your money on. Any money that goes on marketing, any money that goes on fancy pictures, cannot be spent on food. That is just a physical reality. And although some people get really upset when they learn, like, wait, the restaurant takes ingredients of a certain value, packages them together, and then sells it to me for more? How dare they? To me, making a profit, you know, like, I feel like everyone, like, some people do take that stance, which is kind of like a silly but fun thing. So a lot of people, like, take that stance towards the concept of profit. Jesus Christ, it's scary. I think a lot of people would acknowledge, like, okay, yeah. So if you spend £8 on a kebab or £8 on a burger, it means the burger restaurant's realistically, you know, keeping like £2 or £3 of that. But what are they spending the other £5 on, right? What are they spending the other £5 or £6 on? Some places are going to actually be charging £2 for a burger and then, like, pocket the other £6. Those are the tourist traps of the world. The places that realize that their location matter, or, you know, like, they're never going to have repeat customers. And even if they did, it takes... If you make £3 from a customer once, or you can make £7 from a customer... Oh, sorry, £7 from a customer once, or £3 from a customer, and they might come back. You've got a much better deal with the... In really busy tourist spots, with the £7 once, and then they tell their friends, yeah, it was fine. And so, yeah, any place that spends money on marketing fundamentally cannot spend it on food. And so the best food places are the ones that are like, yeah, we took a thing, and we perfected it, and then once we perfected it, we just enjoyed making it, and we're not really that focused on, like, expansion or this or that. Also, look how tall that savannah is over there. Super, super cool. I think I'm going to go to sleep soon. Maybe I should kill the Iron Golem first, but I don't even think that's necessary. I also have to remember that my shield is basically dead. It's an important step for my life that I should keep in mind. So, yeah, we could maybe find some emeralds in this village, but it looks otherwise pretty drab, bland. I was at Subway once, and it was actually, like, good. The main worker's owner's mother somehow actually earned the sandwich artist title. I think Subway's always good. I do have to agree that other sub places have done it better. But again, that's because Subway largely worked out, like, okay. So they basically have the model I'm talking about, but there's two people taking a profit. Subway is one of the most profitable franchises, not just for franchisees, but also for the main franchise location, right? Yeah, for sure. I had issues with a friend group turning against me before too. It was sort of trauma. Turning against me, aka airing my personal stuff as a cool out rip. Yeah, I actually have Carlisle. I had the same thing. I didn't want to mention it forever on my YouTube channel, but it really did impact me. Like when I was like 19, one of my friends, I honestly I haven't really spoken to this guy much. Like I don't think he dislikes me or holds it against me, but I hold it against him more than I would like to, if I'm being real. So I had this friend, and for some reason, he just had this thing of like, oh yeah, there's this like 27-year-old or something that's gonna hang out with us, and like me and one other friend saw how like ludicrous this was. Like, There's just a random 27-year-old guy, and he's always saying and doing really weird stuff. Like, he's not like, oh yeah, it's just a guy who happens to be 27. No, this is a weird and 27-year-old, like, just hanging out with us, a bunch of 18-year-olds. And, like, someone should ask the question. It's the same reason, like, if you ever have, like, a, you know, like, when you're in high school, and there's that one girl hanging, you know, who has, like, the 14-year-old, the 21-year-old boyfriend, you've got to ask the question of, like, oh, why is that 21-year-old hanging out with us? Like, what do you think he sees in a 14-year-old? Like, what, or rather, you know, like, why does he not have a 21 or 19 or 18-year-old girlfriend? It's usually some amount of, like, emotional stunting. Like, oh yeah, this is about the peer group that is appropriate. Like, people always jump to the Predator explanation that, like, ooh, yeah, he's just trying to prey on my... I think what is way more likely when you see, like, an age mismatch like that is, I think it's way, way, way more likely that the guy is just, like, mentally, you know, like, not as developed as his peers. By the way, so, no mountain? Are we gonna be running around forever looking for a second mountain? I've read an average subway only earns 100k a year for an owner, which isn't awful, but it is like buying a job. Yeah, every franchise is buying a job. Every single one of them. That's if it wasn't buying a job, they would do it themselves. The reason McDonald's doesn't open 1,000 locations is not just risk dependent, but it's also because they buy your land, they become your landlord, and now they know you need a really, like, you know, like, invested emotionally and monetarily wise manager. So by making you own your own business, they give you a profit share, sure, but they remove their risk and they make sure that you know, like, if there's a problem at the weekend, you can't be like, but it's my time off. You're like, okay, my money factory stops working until I go in. I guess I'll fly back from holiday early. Stuff like that. Anyway, so, also, is it okay to comment on your gameplay, or is it annoying, says Jalaperina? Feel free to tell me. Turning out against me, and but yeah, I went through the same thing, Carlisle. Like, so there was this weird guy hanging out with us who was really old, and at one point, one of my friends, like, kind of points it out, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of silly. And the guy, like, takes it. He was, like, drunk, and he takes it as this, like, really big dig. He's like, what are you saying about me? And I'm like, you're being ridiculous, man. And like, you know, like, then he makes some vague threat towards me. And I'm like, this isn't okay. And everyone else is around me is like, you know, everyone else in the friend group is like, yeah, we think you should leave. Like, I think there's a real chance he's going to do what he's threatening to do. And that's, like, not safe for you. And it's like, I felt like that was, like, the biggest betrayal. Like, screw you guys. Like, when one of your friends threatens one of your other friends, you don't tell the guy who's been threatened, like, oh, we think you should leave. Just in, you know, this random 27-year-old who none of us really like that much. I feel like people always talk about the phrase loyalty, and like have like negative connotations towards it. But it's like, no, you want someone who's there when times get bad for you, right? You want someone who sees something real rough's happened to you and doesn't go, hoo hoo, good thing that's not me, and runs away and, you know, like, claims it's not their problem. You want the opposite, right? So, yeah, XG, I'd rather be the customer than the owner, at least in my food industry. In the food industry, that's way too tricky to handle. Yeah, food is always going to be the tightest margins. And I think I worked out why today. I kind of, like, concluded that I don't think I'm so insecure that I worry about buying food. And that, to me, that feels like that's not actually that big of a... Like, if you think about how like, not income rate, how much money you need to have before you're like, I think I can eat for the next month without having to worry about it. It's not actually that much. Like, how much does food cost? Like, if you get basically anything you want besides eating out, like, you know, like £6-7 a day, if you start eating out one meal and then getting expensive stuff otherwise, you can spend like a few hundred a month on it. So as long as you have a few hundred lying around that is locked in for food, you can say to yourself, I'm not going to starve. But I realize, like, that is a really high... That's not a bar that most people are, like, at in that. If you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of, like... I don't know whether it's, like, a deliberate structural societal thing we do, but I feel like at a given point in time, most people are not at a point where they can say for sure, like, yeah, I am comfortable and all of my next, 20 meals are covered. They may have seen with having seniority or authority over the group. Yeah, and I think to some extent that one friend who brought him in sort of like gave it to him, but everyone else always found it to be weird. Like that's like the thing that had come across. But yeah, it's like it's kind of crazy to be like, oh, okay, so, and then, you know, like even after that happened, like none of them like invited me to hang out again. You know, like it was like I'm sure if I'd have, this is the thing about being an adult, you realize is like I bet I could have just like reached out to one of them, they'd be like, oh yeah, we're hanging out, like it'll be all fine, or like, you know, worked it out. But I was like, this was like your thing to solve. That's crappy. It sucks when people gang up against you on things. Yeah. And but my point is to say on loyalty is like, yeah, you want people who are there when it's bad, as well as when it's easy. It's a real hard thing to have gotten. Holy, have a good stream, buddy. I haven't seen your live stream in a hot minute since I changed shifts. Oh, Ponytail Dave. Good to see you. I'm glad that you caught up with the stream. I'm doing a Nomad hardcore, but to the world border, says 70 suit. Oh, that's so cool. It'd be really fun to reach the world border eventually. I could make that a new challenge, like, if we keep going in the positive X, positive Z direction, we'll eventually get to the stage where my Minecraft breaks, which would be really cool, right? Maybe we should make that the goal. Like, let's just see how far we can go. I'm always down to, like, because during videos I feel a bit more like in one place, but for a stream series, we could just change the entire premise of like, you know, how far can we go in hardcore without dying? I think that'd be a lot of fun. It's like, you know, we'd get on a horse a few times. We'd have to get a lot of saddles first, obviously. Would we want Swift Sneak? I bet we would. But otherwise, yeah, it'd be pretty chill. So I'm going to see if there's a nice mountain. Like, this is a really big cave on the negative ZX direction. So if we head in there, that might be something. And also, there's a ruin portal here. I think we should go hop in the Nether, just in case it ends up somewhere amazing. I'd love to see a Y200 hardcore, says Dasher. Oh, now that Seed Sunday's finally published, I can actually, like, follow that idea up. Do you want to know? Okay, so I spend so much of my day dreaming about fun hardcore challenges. It's a problem. Like, I could just do real videos. But I sit here being like, I want to do the goofiest... I want to do the goofiest Minecraft challenge. And nowadays, like, the way you just add some oomph to that is hardcore. So I guess saying I dream about hardcore is kind of, like, slightly misleading, I guess you could say. But anyway, oh, okay. So, a lot of iron nuggets. It's fine, I guess. We got a knockback sword. We got a shovel. I mean, I do need a shovel if I'm being brutally honest. So then we put that away. We'll put this in wherever the apples go. Free furnaces. Feels silly, but we'll keep them. And I think we can just build a furnace out here. If we... So what's the easiest direction to build this portal with using the fewest pieces of lava? I don't think there's a good one. Because there's that there and there's this here. And we can't mine those in any reasonable time. Yeah. Or a stream on the other challenge sheets from the recent Seed Sunday. Hardcore is addictive. Yeah, it really is. It really is. So, a challenge that I've been thinking about, chat. Can I take a second on this, actually? Okay, let's take a second. I don't... My brain has just been obsessed with it. This morning, like, when I wanted to start, like, work, I was like... It just stuck in my brain. Because, my most recent hardcore, video, the... Minecraft hardcore, but there's no tile drops and I can't place blocks. Really challenging. But so yeah, let's go up to the top of this just in case it helps me. We'll get a nice view. Oh, there's another mountain. That's... So between the two... There's my controller doing something weird again. Between the two, there could be something. Okay, so chat. I was thinking, like, what is the actual hardest setting to enable if you're playing hardcore? Like, if you're going to pick a single setting, what would it be? Oh, wow. So high up. And there's actually a cave up here. Okay, we're about to go into a cave, chat. But first. So I was thinking to myself, what's the actual hardest setting to enable if you're playing hardcore? And so I looked through, like I put on hardcore, right? And I was like, you know, so I think recipe unlocking, fire spreads, like, none of these actually really change too much. Mob loot would make the game impossible. There's probably but then I think this is either impossible or there's a bug to get around it. Like, there's not too much. Natural regeneration, yeah, that's probably it, right? Like, turn off natural regeneration, and you've got a challenge. You've got a real challenge for yourself. But also, beating Minecraft on ultra hardcore, very doable anyway, right? So then, like, you know, it's none of these. Is there a cheat that makes Minecraft harder? Obviously, it would actually, like, you can't actually enable any. And so in hardcore, the hardest setting I concluded is probably flat world, right? And if you turn on hardcore, you can't turn on bonus chests. Hardcore off, bonus chest on. Hardcore on, bonus chest off. You don't get a starting map, and you don't get a bonus chest, which I think is really fun. Like, you know, it's Mojang actually doing something fun. I like it a lot. I think it's cute. But then I was like, if you can't have a bonus chest in hardcore, then that's impossible too, right? That just goes nowhere. But then I did so much digging and so much research, and I think that if you turn on the villager trade rebalance, which doesn't count as a cheat, by the way, you can't turn on cheats, you can turn on experiments. If you turn on this, theoretically, you could do it. It is ridiculous, very close to impossible, but it is technically possible, chat. And so my brain has just been thinking about it nonstop. But you're right, maybe like, is ultra hardcore the hardest setting? Is natural regeneration off the hardest thing you can do? Could you turn off all of these? Like, if you turn off beds work and tile drops and natural regen, I guess logically, besides flat world, which isn't really a setting, this would be the hardest you can set Minecraft to without enabling cheats. Yeah, maybe villager trade rebalance on as well. Yeah, there's nothing you can do with multiplayer that would help you. Is this the hardest you can make Minecraft? No natural regen and no tile drops? That's kind of fun, right? How'd you get saplings, says Cat Beanie. So if you turn on the villager trade rebalance, you can sell milk... Sorry, again, I thought you could do nothing, but you can sell milk buckets to wandering traders. You get milk buckets from wandering traders. So it would take a minimum of an hour, 3 separate traders. You'd have to perfectly kill them exactly when they drink their milk buckets. I don't know what the odds of the drop are, but it's close to 100%. So you kill 3 wandering traders to get the 3 milk buckets. Then you wait to get another one now. You wait to get another one that will buy them from you. Then you get the 6 emeralds, and you wait to get another wandering trader that will sell you a sapling for 5 emeralds. Also add no coordinates to it. Oh yeah, you're right. No coordinates, no days played, no recipe unlocking. Yeah, that is probably... It is fun that you can turn off beds work as an option. I bet there is actually a fun video to be had in that. Should we do that as a... So again, maybe as a video it'd be fun to, like, turn off every single setting. Thank you, chat. You've just inspired me. I think Minecraft... I think the question could be, what's the hardest hardcore you can make in legit survival? Because if you turn on flat world, you have to turn off legit survival, just like you're downloading ultra flat or something. So, yeah, it would be good if you could turn day off. Yeah, nighttime only would be crazy. Okay, so let's go into the cave now. Wouldn't it be that? Just kill zombies by hand to get iron until you get a bucket and then milk a cow. Here's the question, John off the dad. How are you going to craft the bucket? You can't. You cannot craft a bucket from your inventory. It feels like you should be able to, if that's what you're thinking. I feel you, but you can't. You said super flat before, but how would that work on Bedrock? Exactly. That's my point, jolting onwards. You get nothing on Bedrock super flat. You get nothing. If you think about seed choices too, that's a whole extra variable. Oh yeah, if you set it to the hardest seed possible. Honestly, XG would... Actually, you know, chat, I'm going to make this a wider question. Do you think that I should include seed choice? Because usually the whole point of the series is I go with random seed. But that is a setting you can use to make... so I can't turning Minecraft into Dark Souls. That is a setting you could use to make it harder. That is something fun to think about. So now we've got a lot of these. So we're just going to use the extra 9 coal we've got. Plus some sticks to make some torches. Boom. And then we're going to put these back there. And I think at some point I've just got to say these 9 separate things are not worth keeping on me. So we'll make a nugget. And then I'll put this iron in here for now. Okay, chat, my inventory is going through a crisis. I hope you don't mind. So let's go deep into the cave. Place a torch every now and then. Oh, this is a good cave. It's going nice and slow, but it's also not that wide. But then there's a big drop at the end there, which is great. I do want to turn back on myself, because I'm not sure if this is still below a mountain. But this... Oh, okay. I'm going to have to craft a new shield. I'm going to have to remember to do that the next time I'm at a crafting table. I keep forgetting, chat. It's not good for my health. So we're going to run past this skeleton. There's no point staying with him, you know. And then we're going to hope that he's not following me. And then, okay, more cave. This is great. The cave going down and down and down is wonderful. But again, we're trying to go that way. The cave's just not leading me that way. An ancient city is going to be that way. Because it has to be below the tallest parts of the mountain. Usually... Oh, that hurt. So is that deep dark, chat? I don't know that it is. I don't know that it isn't. But I am looking for diamonds anyway. So if we get like a third diamond, that would be chill. Would help me out with my nether exploration. We're at -16 and I see no deep dark. Yeah, I think I've gone so far down so quickly, and that has led me nowhere. So, Kat, are you using controller or keyboard plus mouse? I'm trying to use a controller, but it keeps like glitching out and doing that to me. And so whenever I'm doing something that's like mission critical, I try to switch back to the keyboard and mouse until I fix that. Oh, you see that just happened there. That was... Oh, the controller's really bugging out on me. But yeah, now we're going to have to go back through the cave and take another turn somewhere else. I'm going to... Oh, that's a diamond. That's exactly what I was looking for. Just one of them is fine. There's a creeper behind me, but it's fine. I see the creeper. See? Perfectly chill, chat. So, yeah, I'm going to run up the part of the cave that's lit. I think it's going to lead me to better outcomes than this. And now I've got 6 diamonds. I can just make the pickaxe I was hoping for. I don't even own controllers for my PC. Oh, you're missing out, Dan Marsh. You're missing out. There's so many PC games that feel better on a controller. Like, even... I know I'm, like, a very controller-heavy person. Like, some people find that ridiculous. But oh. Should we just follow it this way just in case? I don't think it'll be an ancient city, but... We're already in the cave. What's the... Whoa! I was wrong to think it couldn't be an ancient city. It's been more than half an hour, so all my warnings have recovered. So if we find an ancient city, chat, we find an ancient city, and we can use it. So, yeah, this cave's big, but it's going the wrong direction. It's too far this way. I'm going to be going back the other way if I want to find an ancient city. But here's to hoping anyway. Here's to hoping. We're going to run down this branch. Not that I'm expecting to find something, just to, like, rule it out early. If we find diamonds or something, that'd be chill too. I've got to eat more. I'm kind of neglecting my food, which is bad. You don't want to be neglecting food. So that's a lot of mobs. I'm just going to quickly switch this out for this, and then bounce you off. Go bounce him so far off. Okay. Okay, we're good. We got food, and we got an out of here. Easy peasy. Oh, did your armor just pop? Yeah, my boots have just popped. That's a good sign to make some boots. Oh, leather boots really too, if I'm in a snowier biome. But we'll see. So, heading deeper down into this. I don't think this is going anywhere, chat. I think there was that tiny bit of deep dark. But it doesn't mean anything by itself. And if the cave's going up rather than down, it's a particularly bad sign. Oh, diamonds. So that means I can finally make boots, and I can follow those boots up with a pickaxe, which is exactly what I wanted. We'll make a shield at the same time, too. So just torch the plate. Oh, is that an invisible spider? No, it was just a barely visible spider. Okay, yeah, this is going nowhere good. It was a wonderful cave. I had a great time coming into it, but I'm also going right back out. Same, I play with a controller when I'm on my PC. Yeah, it's especially like if you're playing on a sofa or something, like controllers are accepted as the better input method. But there are some games where it's like you wouldn't want to play it keyboard and mouse. You can, like some enthusiasts will. I think Rocket League is one that's always cited. Because I think ultimately... Oh, there is another diamond over there. Very exciting cave, chat. It might have led me to no structure, but it led me to a biome, which is nice. There's a creeper just to my right, so crouch. Do your thing. I'm kind of hoping the shield will die, so I have a good excuse to replace it. I know I could replace it early, but, you know, trying to be a bit frugal here, chat. So down this hole is the only way remaining. Okay, no shrieker. That's a good sign. Oh, wow. Whoa. Chat, I found a structure. We technically just found a dungeon. That's cool. That's very chill. I could make so many bundles now if I wanted to. Should we make some bundles? I could put this bundle into this bundle. And then I'll put this bundle. Oh, yeah, you can craft straight into the bundles. Yeah, I've got a bundle now. And then I'll also just start storing, like, paper and sugarcane in the... Oh, that's too much. I guess I could put the sugarcane away. Yeah, I think I could take out... Okay, so Enchanted Golden Apple, that's going to stay on my hotbar, no question. Bones, really handy. I don't know where my bones are. There they are. I've got 12 bones now, which is probably enough to go and get a map somewhere if I want it. Okay, it's definitely enough to make a map somewhere. Some string is nice. An extra bucket is... What am I going to do with an extra bucket, chat? I could put it in the bundle. I'll put it in there for now. And yeah, at this point, I guess we just conclude this is a deep, dark monster spawner. Which is kind of crazy. But there's also nothing you can do about the craziness. I'm going to dig down a little bit. This is insanity, chat, but I just feel... This cave just fills me with, like, positive feelings. And you can see there's still that, like... There's, like, clearly a cave on the other side of this somewhere. So maybe it does lead to an ancient city. But yeah, we've got an enchanted golden apple, so even if we do run into the warden, we'll do just fine. No other side. Yeah, no other side is sad. But again, based on my last ancient city, it looks like we're going to find so many copies in there anyway. Get rid of the name tags. Oh yeah, true. Is this hardcore? My phone res ain't resing. Nah, we're just playing easy core. Just vibing. No real difficulties for us over here. Yeah, I think hoping for an ancient city was too much. I haven't found a cave. And I'm about to be at the lair now where there would be an ancient city. And there's no real sign that I'm, like, actually heading into one. It's deep slate. That means something, right? That means we're below Y0, I guess. Is the deep slate going to end anytime soon? Honestly, if I found one now, I would believe as a chat, like, yeah. Oh, you just happened to feel like there was one down there, did you? Actually, wait, did you see that? I feel like I saw the skulk thing there. Nope, I did not. I imagined it. It's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna craft a diamond pickaxe at some point anyway. But for now, we have not met our objectives. So, kind of a bummer to have a biome like this just casually exist. But sometimes that's how it be. I'm gonna use all of this up. So drop that there. Then use the entire thing up, because we might find some diamonds below this. Just use the entire thing up. It's so slow when you have a stone hoe. Didn't even realize. Just use the entire thing. Break this, just in case it's taking some of my XP. And then as soon as we're done with this, we can just switch out to a better hoe. Which we'll do at my 5th crafting table in a while. Oh, I won't be able to make a shield if I use this. Should have thought about that. So diamond pickaxe, that's great. Replace the iron pickaxe. Then we couldn't have used the gold pickaxe to... Someone's going to ask, you can't use a gold pickaxe to mine diamonds, sadly. And then we're going to make some boots. And then the boots are going to make me look real cool. If I do go to a snowier biome, I'll regret that, I'm sure. But I don't regret anything yet. Up we go. Make a diamond chestplate. It might save your life. Yeah, diamond chestplate would have been smarter. But I really want a diamond pickaxe. You don't understand how bad I want a diamond pickaxe. I want to be able to, like, really go in and out of the nether soon. So that's what I'm going to do, I think. So, okay. Now the way out is a bit messier than the way in. Partly because you can go a lot slower uphill than down. And partly because even when I get uphill, it's not going to take me to the exit. It takes me to, like, a part of the cave. Actually, wait, what's this over here? It's the right direction. Oh, chat. It's the really right direction. Did I go down here already? There's a torch, so I must have. Yeah, I went down there. Okay. I guess I went down there because it feels right. And that's why I went down first. Just going to make a ton of torches. And go to spare one, so just do that. And maybe we could, like, check another direction. A cave this big feels like it will have another branch. Like, over here. I haven't been over here. What's over here? The answer is nothing. You should go for the shipwreck one. You might find some diamonds. Yeah, that's a good point. If I just, like... If I make some room for it, it'd be good. Day 9 and having one trim feels bad, don't get me wrong. But I'm very aware that I'm putting in the legwork for the hardest trim now. And, like, sometimes it looks that way. But when we have silence, it'll be looking real good. We're looking so good. So this goes to the same place. Kill this guy. And then let's just get out. Call this a nice venture, but not a venture I intend to continue. Stack, stack, stackety stack. So chat, I'm actually leaving in about 10 minutes to go do one of my last little exercise classes. I do feel like a real guilt whenever I leave like a live stream to go do a real life thing. I feel like the only way to like grind, it's like a, it's not necessarily the best attitude to have in your head, but in my brain it's like, yeah, the only way to actually like grind successfully, to like have meaningful progress on YouTube, is to have the days where every moment that isn't like eating or sleeping is, you know, making videos or working in some way. But I feel like this is an important thing for my real life health. And that is vaguely important. If you think about it, that's important for this channel too, because if I can't move around anymore, I can't make videos. Actually, if I couldn't move around anymore, I might make more videos. Maybe I'm double harming the YouTube channel by doing this. Anyway, so I can't make a, as much as I'd love to make one, I actually can't make a shield right now. I can mine a few more pieces of coal now that I've freed up the space. But the search for an ancient city continues. You'll have survived stream 2. That's all that matters. I know, day 2, stream number 2, coming out of it in a positive place. Incredible feeling. That right there, chat, that is a mountain range of an ancient city. 10 minutes. Let's do it. Let's do it. 10 minutes, we can make this work. Okay, let's go. I'm going to light a fire first to make sure past me remembers that I've been here. You know, I remember because, you know, I'm not subscribed myself. And therefore, if I've been there, there's a higher chance of a house fire. And then we could just peek straight down this. Honestly, like, why not, right? I mean, I see why not quite easily. Actually, wait, maybe. Maybe. No, it's a fool's cave. So then we'll just stack right back out. I think in general, taking care of yourself will make you more productive at work, says Jalaparina. Yeah, it is very true, I think. There's a certain amount, like, the concept of burnout is real. But so too is, like, there's only so much productivity you can get out of your brain. And the healthiest thing is realizing how to get that out is not 120 hours of work a week, necessarily. But I think, so something I've always tried to, like, square in my brain. Because every high competency profession starts with saying, oh yeah, you have to work 100 hours a week. And the thing I realize about it, or the thing the way I try to square that up in my brain, because some people are just like, oh yeah, bankers and accountants, you're just treated unfairly, because they want to weed out people who aren't willing to be treated unfairly, or something like that. Like there's all sorts of negative ways you can view that. Also, this ancient city chat, maybe, let's jump. Wee, scary, but, please don't tell me he has a trident. Nope, he's just hanging around with a baby. This is the dumbest cave I've ever seen, chat. Why did they do this to me? Can we go through here, at least? Okay, let's crouch. No, this is the dead end. This is dumb, chat. I'm upset that there are just drowns in here. I'm gonna swim out of this cave, I think. If I can. Swim out the cave. But, 100 hours a week is mental, though. Yeah, but then I realized, like, something everyone does as they get older is they get good at, like, they get really good at, like, condensing down, doing the same thing in less time. Partially because your body just, like, it's a natural thing humans do, is you give us a task and we start working out ways to optimize it. But also it's a natural, like, you know, like, for yourself. So I almost feel like the way they start you is saying, yeah, do 100 hours a week, because, you know, in 2-3 years, when you're doing 40 hours, when you earn that right, we expect you to do 100 hours worth of work in 40 hours. Because it's And that's kind of one of the things about like why people always talk about how the 4-day working week can work for certain places. It only works if everyone agrees that, yeah, I will do 5 days worth of work in 4 days. It's not the whole country saying, let's do 20% less work. At least, not any serious model of it. Okay, one more cave. We got one more cave, I reckon, chat. One more good opportunity. Because I see one over there. I'd be a fool not to take it. I beat my burnout by finding my limits and working around them, especially at work. I know not to spend too long on something today, otherwise I'll end up failing tomorrow. Yeah, I feel the best when I'm spending my free time being like, oh yeah, I did awesome. How do I do more awesome tomorrow? Rather than like beating myself up about like, man, I messed up. How do I mess up less tomorrow? It's like a big attitude shift in how much it improves the rest of your life. Considering this year is the 5th anniversary of I'm Welsh, it originated on the first day of Streamers in 2019. You should do some sort of Welsh challenge. Oh, that's fun, Balo999. What would the Welsh challenge be? Wait, I know what the Welsh challenge would be. I'm sorry to my Welsh viewers. You're not gonna like where I'm taking this joke. The assumption we do a full 40 in 5 days work is faulty though. We get like 30 hours of work out of ourselves. I think if I'm being realistic, I bet most people who work a 40-hour week get like substantially less than that, right? Like, the amount of time spent on Reddit is proof that people are not as productive at work as they would perhaps like to be, or their employers would like them to be. We could maybe say. I think like a productive hour is actually quite hard to massage out of yourself. And a productive like 8-hour stretch, like to actually, again, like operating at medium capacity is easy. Operating at high capacity is where it gets really hard. Sometimes I wish Toy Cat was real. Yeah, me too. 5 years ago, holy moly, I remember it so well, like it was only last year. I feel like it's one of those like really ancient things. My sense of like my poor timing is that I can't tell the difference between something that was like 2016 and 2019. Like it's just a few years that blend together. Something to do with the dragon. Oh no, it was gonna be something to do with sheep. I'll be honest with you. Beat Minecraft in a slate mine or speedrun collecting every sheep. Then yeah, you got it, Balo. You know what you do with the sheep immediately after you speedrun collecting it. Yeah, that actually might be fun to get every single sheep as fast as we can. Sorry, I'm late. What trim did you get? Says Pagel Bites. You go ahead just for the end. We got the Jungle Temple one, which is quite weird. I'll concede that. But yeah, we did it. It was great. So, Kat, are you operating in middle capacity? Is that why you sometimes die during hardcore? Yeah, that is what happens. I think I might start low even, right? And then get to medium, and then like near the end of these streams, I feel like I'm up. Like the fact that I didn't die to the warden that many times in a row, I think is a sign of I think is a sign of high capacity behavior. I think I just full chat, and if it looks like there's a dripstone at the last minute, I drop a hay bale. Okay, there wasn't a dripstone. I tried to place a hay bale just in case. It didn't work though, but thankfully I didn't need it to. So yeah, this cave is it's underneath the mountain, which is great. Hopefully gonna lead me to an ancient city. I might be better off mining if I find a big enough collection of caves like this. That might be what I try next time. But for now, as long as I don't die in the next 4 minutes, we'll have survived the stream 2 curse. Made it past day 2. And that means our next stream will be free of this concept, chat. So yeah, this cave is really cool. I'm hoping it leads to good things. It's going to be a pain if it doesn't to get back out of. But again, it's a big enough cave that I think it probably will. We do a little bit of mining here or there. Okay, chill. Ouch. Staying at full everything. Okay, this cave is such a crazy one, chat. But again, this will be the perfect opportunity to mine around for an ancient city if I don't already have one. So I'll get down super deep. If I somehow am not at an ancient city, I'm going to just have to use one of these at some point. Okay, wow, deep dark. Okay, so I'm still not actually super deep. Okay, down here. Let's go down. Chat, I'm feeling good things about this cave. I feel bad things about that. But good things about the cave. Okay, so then... It's fine. It's my first warning. You get more. I'm just trying to get deep. Get down low, chat. It's so dark. Okay, this is good. This is great. Don't activate a shrieker. So now we're almost at the lair where we could just start branch mining to find an ancient city. And thankfully, branch mining for an ancient city is so much easier than anything else because they're so big that if there is one down here, we are going to find it. So we're going to just run out of it, not place 2 torches, and see if there's any wider sign of like... Again, like if the caves keep going, we're going to keep following the caves. But if they don't, then we take advantage of that naturally. Oh, I didn't get more wood. I can't make a second shield if this one dies. Ooh. So chat, look at this. This is a giant cave at Ancient City Lair. Okay, we've got 2 minutes to go, chat. But look what I've just found. This is like an ancient city. It has... Also, is there diamonds here? There must be somewhere around here. Look what I found, chat. That's right. It's an abandoned city shaft. You know, don't think about it too hard. Do think about the fact that I've got one of these to explore, and then I've got this whole cave that I'm just sure will lead to an ancient city. We're right below a mountain. We're in deep dark. We're at the right lair. It took me a full stream to get here from last time, but I think we're finding Ward tomorrow. Do join me for that stream as we do precisely that. Yeah, this has been a fun one. But yeah, I do think I operate at like a medium capacity coming into a stream. Because I have to warm up to like playing Minecraft. Because, you know, I come out of like, you know, like, I'm not playing Minecraft before the stream because I am doing something else, like setting up the stream or eating dinner or whatever else. So I'm coming into Minecraft and I'm coming into talking at the same time. And now tomorrow I have to come into doing those 2 things together. And then I have to successfully find and raid an ancient city. But I hope we can do that. For now, though, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. It's been a blast. Do consider subscribing to see part 3 coming tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe the day after. There's some other... there's so many fun streams I want to do. But yeah, for now, I literally have to go rush off to a... You know, should we just... Let's just up here, I reckon. If we take a little peek. Okay, that is bad. Let's just go to the mine shaft, I think. Yep, it's mine shaft time tomorrow. Come and join me as we raid a mine shaft. For now, though, thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. It'll be my first ancient shaft, chat. You want to come see some ancient shaft with me? Glad I was able to make it this time. Me too, XG. Have a good day.